Hey guys, I have another Pinterest hair tutorial for you. This time I'll show you on my phone. This is the one where you curl your hair using your fingers and you just place the wrapped up hair into a foil packet and then heat it up with your flat iron, and it's supposed to give you really bouncy springy curls. So we'll see. So I'm using my Remington T Studio flat iron and my ion heat protection spray and some foils. So we're just going to take our hair down and comb through it, make sure there's no big tangles, spray our heat protection spray in it. And that's what we're doing. And I'm just going to part about where my ears are and get the top out of the way, just so we have a little less hair to work with. Okay, we're going to roll up the hair, and you can just wrap it around your finger and then just slide it off your finger if you want to. And then we're just going to place the foil over it and fold it. And now we're going to do the next section, and we're just going to do this all the way around, taking about 1-inch sections. Now if your hair is really long and thick, you may need to take smaller sections than this just to have the same results as I have. Now this is very time consuming, so if your hair is really easy to curl and you can get a good curl with a curling iron, I suggest you just do that. Now we're just taking about temples, where my temples are, and putting up the rest, and we're going to continue doing the same exact thing, rolling the hair up and then placing a foil around it. Now if your hair is hard to curl, this will really, I think, work for you because it's heating up the hair and then letting it cool completely before you're able to touch it. And you really want to do that if you have hard to curl hair anyway. You want to let the hair completely cool before you touch it. So now I'm just taking around the middle of my eyebrows and parting that up, and then continuing around the rest of my hair the same way, curling the hair up and then placing it around the foil. You'll want to avoid trying to just scrunching the foil around the hair because it will cause kinks. I did get a couple of those, and you'll be able to see it in the results from just wrapping the foil real tight. Okay, so we're just going to continue doing that, wrapping back the same way as we did before. Now we're going to move to the top section, and I'm just taking horizontal partings to the part that goes straight back, and I'm going to use that as one section. And I'm just going to roll this back towards the back of my head. And the same technique, just wrap it with foil. And so that's what we're just going to do. We're going to continue that for the top of the head. We're just going to keep taking horizontal partings. Now I just parted my hair where I normally kind of have it parted, and I'm just going to go wrap them back like we did the rest of our hair. And I just kind of tried to roll my bangs up as best as I could into this foil. Rolling away from the face again. And you might drop quite a few of them, but it's okay. Stick with it. Okay, there it is finished. You see it's not perfect. Now we're going to take our flat iron, and we're going to flat iron each section about 5 to 10 seconds, probably more like 10, just so the whole foil can get heated up. And I did this all the way around. Now try to avoid holding it for too long because the foil does help hold in the heat, so you don't want to burn your hair. Okay, we've moved all the way up, and we're just going to keep doing it. What we do is we let those cool, and when they're completely cool, then you can start taking them down. So I was just feeling to make sure they were cool, and you can feel the foils and make sure that they're still cool. So as you see, I have a very springy, tight curl from doing these small 1-inch sections. Now if your hair's thicker or longer, your hair might not turn out as tight or as springy, but if you take smaller sections, it will. So this really did work for me, and as you'll see, they're very, very tight curls. And And you can see on the one side that I do have a little bit of a kink from where I kind of crumpled up the tinfoil. That will happen if you crumple it as opposed to folding the foil. Okay, so there you have it. This is what it looks like. All curled. Very curly. So it did work. So now I'm just going to show you, I'm going to spray it with hairspray and then show you how I styled this. I didn't like the very tight curls, so what I did is I took a wide tooth comb and I combed through them to get more of a soft wave, almost like an old-fashioned wave. And as you see, it combs right out into a nice, beautiful, curly wave. So I took it right at my temples and then right above my ear, and I just kind of twisted it back and pushed it forward, and then just placed a bobby pin in it for a side updo, if you will. And that's what it looks like, and I'll show you all the way around. This is after combing out those really curly curls. And here's the back. So overall, I'm very pleased with this tutorial, and I think it worked. All right, guys, bye.